Aloha, I know many of you have some questions, so I will be able to assist you in answering any questions in regards to the actions that are coming up around the corner, or any other questions that you may have.
So you're not filing
yesterday, just briefly,
Sure.
what exactly was the offense and the timing, both at the state side and on the city side?
You know, there were many. From from reviewing the law and putting our statements together, there were a lot of different areas where we could challenge, and that's what we will be doing. We'll be reviewing it as to what different challenges, what challenges we will take up.
So what are
Mainly, it would be the fact that 4:30 is the deadline. But like I said, there are many other areas in which we can challenge.
So you're not actually filing a challenge today. You're asking them to review the procedures that they use to accept the filing.
It was clear yesterday at the State Office of Elections that in order for them to review anything, that we would have to present a challenge. So there is an ask. We are asking for papers of you know, the filings and everything like that. But if they don't do it on their own, we are definitely prepared to file a challenge. Or
The
Jerilyn.
candidate mentioned that state law prohibits an extension. What state law? Which section?
That's in Chapter 12. Chapter 12 of Hawaii Revised Statutes.
What exactly did you see yesterday that was wrong? I mean, if you could break it down for me who wasn't there, I mean, what happened?
Well, there were, and like I said, you know, in order to be accurate with our statements, I would prefer to wait to see what comes back from the State Office of Elections. We do know that there are a lot of different things that happened that we believe are outside of the law. So we expect for them to follow the law.
Could you be a little more clear? I mean, a lot of different things that are outside of the law. What exactly is outside of the law, and how many candidates are we challenging? I mean, this is so vague.
Okay. Basically, we're only, at this point in time, what we are looking at is Ms. Eads and her nomination papers. So I hope that puts it into a little bit more focus. It is Ms. Eads that we are challenging in regards to her nomination papers. And like I said, until we actually get to see her nomination papers, we would be better able to let you know what the challenge will be made of. We've already requested for those papers, and right now, and from our observation, there was a considerable and justifiable not following of the law.
What,
So,
because she filed too late, or what exactly?
I believe that she actually was not pulled, had not filed or pulled by the 525 mark. And so we, you know, in regards to actually knowing what had taken place, she would have had to fill all of those requirements to file by 4:30. So, like I said, until we see date stamps or that type of thing, we don't want to commit to an exact challenge. But there will be a challenge because there's a lot of people that were there in witness of the
You
situation.
said she hadn't pulled by 525 mark. You didn't mean
Had not.
You mean 425.
I'm sorry, 425. Had not pulled by that time. Not even pulled papers.
Can you talk about Kirk Caldwell if the city
Sure.
is Mr. Bain, and when it is some specifics about that today, but what happened there and what will you challenge, or are you challenging?
Yes, and see, what we wanted to express to you today is that there will be a challenge. This taints the process for the people of Hawaii, and we want to make sure that there is no cloud on the election process, that we start off the election cycle clean, on a clean slate moving forward. And so we just want everything to be followed, the law to be followed, and that's what we're doing. We are going to follow the law in regards to the challenge.
And for Mr. Caldwell, what does that mean?
For
You
Mr.
mentioned
Caldwell,
in your opening statement.
well, it's very interesting. If you take a look at the election papers, as of last night, it says that he's withdrawn from the State House as a candidate.
In your opening statement, did you mean that you would challenge his city candidacy?
We're basing on an account that was in the media that stated, in fact, that Mr. Caldwell had filed his papers at 4:29 yesterday and been informed at 4:59 that he had insufficient signatures. So when he received his last signature, it was clearly past the 4:30 deadline. If that's the case, then we would contend that that needs to be examined, and perhaps that was past the time that it was due.